Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Saints taking on the Dublin Celtic Tigers.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early.
Will Lutz
set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pick.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. First down, Dublin.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 23-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold will find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Here's Darnold.
At the 41-yard line.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7.50.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
On first down, it's Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Darnold from the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
7. Celtic Tigers 3.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
6.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll drop to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
14.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 11-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 6. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Samuel.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3rd and
throwing again is Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to have the football back again.
First down and 10. At their own 31.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Celtic Tigers.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Packers 10. Saints 7.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Dublin.
Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Open man is the tight end Troutman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Saints. 1st and 10 at the 35.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Yetur Gross-Matos. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Faking the give, Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Darnold's pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Number 20.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's got his target. That's Moore.
The pass.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brought down at the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Saints 7.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. But a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Celtic Tigers.
Now back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw here, hold in. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2nd and 3. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and
on the ground, McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
Celtics Tigers 23, Saints 7.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've been lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And that will be incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
First down and 10 at their own.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's 3rd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And now it's second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score. Celtic Tigers 23. Saints 14.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Darnold's pass.
7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Jay Jackson on the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And 1.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
First down and 10. At their own.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the Dublin.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's Third down and 2.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they will take it in for the touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
Tigers 30, Saints 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On second and a couple. Darnold gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Drew Lock, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
37. Saints 14. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Darnold. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. the gun. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Darnold completes it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Again, Darnold able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Johnson, incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Throwing again is Darnold. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
To the air again, Darnold. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Camara. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Ball carrier.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. I think it's okay, though, they didn't get a whole lot on that.
Pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Yetur Gross-Matos has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And taken at the 46. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
11 yards on the pickup there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 2nd and 11 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Thomas. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt.
1st down and 10. At their own.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On the carry.
7 yards there and a first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, Dublin.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a throw here, hauled in. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Saints.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a Dublin first down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Darnold, he lost the football.
Sam Darnold sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it off. Just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all...
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 9.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through.
Is good.
And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
54. Saints 14.
So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now Darnold. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They'll take it on this side of midfield.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 1. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
At the Saints' 21-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. McCaffrey. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Dublin.
From 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
61. Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Darnold's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At their
Darnold to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football,
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Adam Troutman.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
22-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
This is McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on. Because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
2nd down and 10. Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Darnold.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
1st down and 10. At the 48.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Here's McCaffrey.
At the 47-yard line.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a game.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
A 5-yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The kick is good. Makes the score Celtic Tigers 64. Saints 14.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Darnold on 1st down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
throwing again is Darnold. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Number 41, Alvin.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dublin, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.